Hey there, it's Seb by the Realtor, and in this video I have the June 2022 real estate market update for Santa Cruz County. If you're wondering what's going on with Santa Cruz home prices and inventory and all that good stuff, is there any change coming to the Santa Cruz County real estate market with all the tumult in the world? Then you want to pay attention and watch this video. All right, well, before I get into all that, would you please do me a favor? Would you mash that subscribe button right there and subscribe to my YouTube channel? And don't forget to click the little bell to make sure that you get a notification every time I put up a fun, interesting, fact-filled video, kind of like this one. All right, well, before I start diving into the numbers, I want to address the elephant in the room head on, and that is this big, unprecedented increase in mortgage interest rates that we've seen here over the last couple of months, notably just at the beginning of this week when the Federal Reserve bumped up mortgage interest rates yet again by another 3/4 point. I don't believe interest rates have ever gone up this far, this fast in history. I could be wrong about that, but I believe I've heard several people tell me that, so it's probably true. And certainly in my illustrious career, 19 years in the business, I've never seen anything like that. And a lot of people are saying, well, this has to have some kind of effect on the real estate market here in Santa Cruz County. So, with that in mind, with a lot of people saying like, hey, something's got to give here, let's dive into the numbers and see what is actually starting to give or not give in the Santa Cruz County real estate market. The median single-family home price in Santa Cruz County in May of 2022 was $1,290,000. Now, that's quite a healthy number for a median home price in Santa Cruz County, and it is down. In fact, it's down from a month ago, and it's also down from a year ago. A month ago, the median home price in Santa Cruz County was $1,405,000. That's April 2022 median home price, single-family home price in Santa Cruz County. So we did go down about 8.2% from the price a month ago. But, like month to month, I mean, that's it's a pretty short window to be looking at things. So how about a year to year? Well, 1 year ago, in May of 2021, the median single-family home price in Santa Cruz County, $1.3 million. So it is actually down $10,000, the median price down $10,000 year over year, and that is a fraction of 1%. It's about 0.75% decrease year over year. But remember, inflation is running at 8.6%. So in real terms, the median price is actually down quite a bit. And if you took out a mortgage a year ago, the value of that mortgage debt down by 8.6% or whatever it happens to be with inflation. So that's the good news. Now, median home price is one thing, but I really do like to look at the average price per square foot. So the average price per square foot for single-family homes, Santa Cruz County, May 2022 was $865 per square foot on average in May 2022. And what was it in April? Well, here we see a pretty big drop. In April, the average price per square foot was $937 a square foot. That is a decrease of about 7.7% month to month. So that's actually a pretty significant number, I would say. But, again, it's a short window, right? So I wouldn't read too much into that. But if we look year over year, a year ago, the average price per square foot, Santa Cruz County, in May of 2021, it was $770 a square foot. So the average price per square foot in Santa Cruz County up year over year about 12%. That's ahead of the rate of inflation. So that's good if you own a home, that is. All right, another number that's very important to pay attention to is the days on market, like how long it takes you to get your home under contract when it's in Santa Cruz County, because the longer it stays on the market, the greater the likelihood that you're going to have to do a price reduction, and the longer a home sits in the market, the less it generally sells for. So if you're a seller, you want to see a short days on market. So in Santa Cruz County in May 2022, the average days on market was 13. It took an average of 13 days to get a home sold. And that's pretty darn fast here in Santa Cruz County. And in fact, April of this year, just 1 month ago, it was 15 days. It took an average of 15 days for your home to sell in April, which was a pretty, gangbusters month. So actually, homes are selling faster in May. In fact, 13% faster approximately. But how about May a year ago? Well, May a year ago, guess what? It took 19 days for your home to sell. in May a year ago. So that's almost 32% longer a year ago to sell a home than this year. And that is very interesting because if the market were really falling apart, gee, why are these homes selling so fast? Another really important number that I love to look at is the sales to list price ratio. So what percent of asking price did sellers get for their homes? Well, in May in Santa Cruz County, it was 108% on average, right? So sellers got 8% over asking on average. That's a very, very healthy number for Santa Cruz County, by the way. And in April, guess what it was? It was basically 110% of asking price. So it was 10% over asking price in April of this year. So yeah, we are down, somewhat from April a month ago. But how about May a year ago? Well, May a year ago, guess what? Sellers were only getting an average of 106% of asking price on their home. So the sellers getting more this year relative to asking price than they were a year ago. Now, another really important number that everyone should be paying attention to, and that is the number of new listings hitting the market, right? Everyone wants to know, hey, where is that inventory, right? I mean, inventory is like maybe the most key metric of all to look at if you want to know what the future direction of home prices is. So in Santa Cruz County, new listings in May, single family homes only, 231 homes hit the market in May of 2022. And in April of 2022, just 1 month ago, it was 211 homes hit the market. So we do have an increase of about 9.5% in new listings in May versus April. But hey, guess what? I think there usually is an increase of new listings in May versus April, right? Like we're starting to see inventory really start to come on in March, April, and May. So that number is not really surprising and not really indicative to me of any particular, cause for concern in any quarter. Now, but how about May a year ago, in May of 2021? Now, remember, in May of 2021, we were saying, hey, there's nothing for sale still in May of 2021. There were 273 listings coming on the market in May of 2021, so a lot more last year than this year. In fact, about 15% more listings came on the market in May of last year than May of this year. So that's very interesting as well. I mean, like we thought it was tight last year, still super tight this year. And we are not seeing like a big rush of people to say, oh my goodness, the market's collapsing. I better get my home on the market fast before the whole thing falls apart. So we're just not seeing that in the numbers here for May. Now, how about closed sales? Closed sales. This is where the rubber meets the road, obviously. That's where all the really important data comes from, the actual closed house sales. So in May, in Santa Cruz County, of single-family homes, we had 143 closed sales in Santa Cruz County in May. Now, how about April? In April, we had a grand total of 182 homes closed escrow in April, and that is a big drop. That's a 21, almost 22% drop in sales month to month, and that actually is a pretty big swing. That's about as big a swing as you'll ever see in any month. So yeah, there was a very substantial drop-off in actual closings in Santa Cruz County in May of this year versus April of this year. But May of 2021, how did it do? There were 200 closings a year ago in May, again, versus 143 this year. That's a decrease of almost 30%. So there's a lot fewer homes closing escrow in Santa Cruz County in May of this year compared to May a year ago and April, just last month. All right, so there is something definitely going on afoot here in Santa Cruz County. The number of closings which are happening is far below what I would have expected to see in May. And May we normally see the market ramping up, right? I mean, March, April, May, the biggest months out of the year. June, July, August takes maybe a little bit of a slumber for summer break. Everyone's off, traveling the world before the market hits again. A lot of activity back through the fall. But in this year, we've seen a pretty significant drop-off in actual sales here in Santa Cruz County in May. Now, we're going to take a bit of a deeper dive into some of this. Let's go take a look at some of this information that Compass has to share. So this first chart here is year-over-year appreciation in Santa Cruz County for single-family homes going back several years. But this chart is a 3-month moving average for every month shown, right? So I'm showing you like 1 month only. This is a 3-month moving average. So you can see on average what's happening with home price appreciation in Santa Cruz County. Now, in May, we can see that there was a big drop-off, only a 14% increase in home values in May. But look, April, 23%, March, 30%, right? So like there were some big numbers earlier in the year, and it's just not carrying through as we get later into the year here. Now, this is another interesting chart that Compass has provided this month, and that is the active listings on any one given day. So this is not new listings coming on the market. This is the average number of active listings every single day of the month. And here we can see that the number of active listings finally in May has increased where it was at any point this year. Earlier in the year, there were far fewer active listings this year versus last year. But now we can finally see that there are, about approximately 10%, 11% more inventory available this May compared to May a year ago. All right, now this next chart, it's kind of a little bit like that last chart, only that last chart was only for this year. This next chart here, this shows you inventory levels for the past 5 years. So take a look at this. Here we see that the inventory has been increasing this year, right? From a low point in January up to a high point in May, but it is still far, far below what we've seen in any year of the last 5 years. So we still have a pretty low inventory situation going on here in Santa Cruz County. Now, this next chart here, this is the canary in the coal mine. This is the thing which makes me say, all is not quiet on the Western Front. There are some funny things going on here in the real estate market in Santa Cruz County. So take a look at this. This is listings accepting offers going under contract. And this is just year to date, January through May. So the yellow line is 2022, the gray line is 2021. And as you can see, all year long, we've been, there's been fewer sales this year compared to last year. But look what started happening in April and May. In April and May, the gulf, widened. It's in a chasm now, right? I mean, as you can see here, there's like 25% ish fewer sales in both April and May of this year compared to April and May a year ago. All right, well, this chart, this next one here is actual closed sales. The last one was homes going under contract. This is homes actually closing, and the deal is done, buyer gets the keys, all that. And when you look at this chart, you can see that there is actually a pretty steady gap from 2022 to 2021 until we get to about April and May, and then we start seeing that big slide from April to May, a big chasm again growing between 2021 numbers and 2022 numbers. We are way down. Again, it's about 25% decreased in closed sales in Santa Cruz County in May of this year versus May of last year. And if we're looking for a changing real estate market, we also want to look at the number of price reductions. When the market's been so hot and heavy, it seems like hardly anyone has ever been reducing their price until now. So go ahead and take a look at this chart here. This chart is showing that there has been a big spike in price reductions in Santa Cruz County. In fact, there is about a 21% increase in price reductions in May 2022 versus May of 2021. And this could be a harbinger of things to come. It could be a pretty good indication that the real estate market is in fact softening up to a significant extent. All right, so while the market may be softening up, you got to remember, man, this is all really relative. So check out this next chart here. This chart shows overbids, the homes which are selling over asking price. And so looking at this chart, we can see here that in May of 22, about 75% of homes were selling over asking price. That is still pretty crazy. That's still a sign of a pretty robust and strong real estate market here in Santa Cruz County, at least through May of this year. Now, going forward, of course, it's going to be very interesting to see if we can maintain anything like this level of sales activity, because this chart does not reflect, of course, this most recent and significant increase in mortgage interest rates this month. But time will tell. We'll see what happens. All right, so to wrap it all up, looking at all this data at this point, at the midway of June, we don't really see the apocalypse. We're not really seeing like a big real estate crash, although, there are a lot of warning signs out there that we may be heading for a real estate downturn. And I will have another video where I'll be talking about some of these warning signs that may be starting to flash red a little bit more than what we are already seeing here in the data that I presented to you here today. All right, well, that's it for this video, and I really do hope you have enjoyed watching it. And hey, if you have enjoyed watching it, I'm guessing you'll probably enjoy some of these videos over here. These are some of my most popular videos on my YouTube channel, so please go ahead and take a look at those. And do me a favor, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the little bell to make sure you get a notification when I get a new video up just like this one. All right, that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and please stay tuned.